you for coming for the National Youth Forum on Climate Change, the very first of its kind. And I want to thank all those who have supported us to make this possible. I'm hopeful that this forum will get support and that we shall move together. Now, I also wanted to draw your attention to the dire need to cope with the issues of climate change. You have been told that the 78% of this population is young, but they are not only young, they depend on the 22%. And of that 22%, you have the very old people who are no longer working. So it's a very dire picture, and you should take that into account. We appreciate issue of climate change and their effect. These are going to have a big impact on Uganda, on our environment, on our natural resources, and on the population.
Honorable Speaker, with your permission, today is World Population Day. So I must begin by first sharing the message of the United Nations Secretary General Ban Ki-moon today. The international community has committed to a new sustainable development agenda, known as Agenda 2030, built on the principles of equity and human rights. A central objective of the Sustainable Development Goals is to leave no one behind. Despite significant gains made in reducing poverty, improving opportunity and well-being for many people around the world, hundreds of millions of people remain desperate for a chance at a better future. Among those served the least are girls, particularly those in their formative teenage years. Just when girls should be in school, imagining the possibilities ahead, too many girls are held back from pursuing their ambitions by social and cultural traps. While a boy's options and opportunities tend to expand when he becomes a teenager, those of a girl too often shrink. Half of all sexual assaults worldwide are committed against girls aged 15 or younger. In developing countries, 1 in 3 girls is married before she reaches the age of 18. Teenage girls are less likely than teenage boys to start or finish secondary school. Rectifying these inequalities is critical for the success of Agenda 2030, I would say also for the National Vision 2040 and for the African Vision 2063. That is why it includes the specific goal of achieving gender equality and empowering all women and girls everywhere.
The youngest, she's not a youth, she is a young child, to come and make that presentation. Bonita Murungi Uganda.
Voices of Children, a statement read by Bonita Treasure Murungi Uganda at the first annual National Youth Forum on Climate Change, Kampala Serena Hotel, 11th July 2016. His Excellency General Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, the President of Uganda, represented by the Speaker of Parliament, Rebecca Kadaga, the Honorable Minister of Water and Environment, the UNDP Coordinator, all protocol observed, ladies and gentlemen. Every day we see forests burning and people throwing chemicals into lakes and rivers. This has caused climate change. The effects of these changes mostly affect children below the age of 18 years. I remember when I was 8 years in 2013. There were scary pictures on television and newspapers about landslides in Bududa, in eastern Uganda. This truly represented climate change. In the same year in Kasese, there were heavy river floods that killed many people, including children. All these changes in climate have one thing in common. They hinder children from going to school, resulting in dropouts and poor performances. In addition, those affected cannot easily access health facilities. Many homes affected by floods suffer from hunger as their crops are destroyed. Your Honorable Speaker, we must do something to save our planet Earth. We will not build Earth on another planet. No! We must stop all this. I will make a few observations on rising temperatures. Parched or crushed earth, as we study in social studies, in some areas in northern Uganda has become a reality. It cannot nourish a child, you know. Scary pictures of barren fields, dying cattle, skeletal and malnourished children and empty classrooms must all be addressed. Therefore, honorable members, you must believe with me on behalf of the children of the world that government should allocate more resources to child-friendly and climate change initiatives that reverse the changing climatic conditions. 2, I call upon the international community to design, fund, and implement child-focused environmental-friendly programs. And 3, for all other stakeholders at community level, I urge you to plant trees as a legacy you can leave to the next generation of the Bonitas. And lastly, 4, as an individual, I'm going to intensify on writing and educating my fellow children about climate change. I thank the organizers for giving the children an opportunity to be heard at this first annual National Youth Forum on Climate Change for God and my country. I am an author and pupil at Aga Khan Primary School, P6P, and you can find me at my website at www.bonita.ug. Thank you.
This is